Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Thursday night to join me. I really appreciate that. From yours truly, I really appreciate that. Every little difference in what I say every single night makes me far too happy. I enjoy the little things in life. You feel me? It's quite literally a vibe for me. It's stupid how much I get happy from those very tiny things there. It's the first time I've opened my mouth in like 5 hours, too, by the way. So, it's also that type of vibe for me. Tonight I want to talk about why ESPN Plus sucks, and I also want to talk about Bridget Jones mad about a boy, and how the United States, like, what, we don't get to see this in the theaters, and that's pretty weak. You feel me? Like, Renee Zellweger, she just is capping off this really cool story that started well over 20 years ago and has fans, including this boy from the desert, here in Albuquerque, that's turned into this man that still loves to watch Bridget Jones. It's more of like European or something. It's not American. I'd say like English or whatever. I don't. Who knows? Who cares? It's a really cool story, and Renee Zellweger is a really funny actor, whatever. She's just really good at playing the part that she does in the movies, which is Bridget Jones. It's like my English counterpart if I were a woman. She's run into some really cool situations in her life, and I'm a huge fan of all of the movies that I've seen so far, and apparently I've not seen the last two, which really greatly disappoints me. But anyways, I've read review after review of this Bridget Jones Mad About a Boy movie, by the way, too. So I won't include any spoilers. Just kidding. I'll definitely include all of the spoilers. But what do I know? There's probably zero people watching this video that even know who Bridget Jones' Diary is. Like, or what it is, the movie, or who Bridget Jones is in Bridget Jones' Diary, the movie. Anyways, ESPN Plus sucks. All right, so about 2 weeks ago, I opted to add ESPN to my Hulu package because it was a deal that they sent to me through my email asking if I wanted to pay an additional $5 to get ESPN Plus added to my Hulu subscription. Just, to give you kind of some background, about a year ago, I had also received an email from Hulu asking if I wanted to rejoin Hulu, right? Because I couldn't afford it at the time, and they're like, for $5 a month for the next 2 years, and so I was like, $5 a month for 2 years. That sounds like an awesome plan just to stream some stuff. You feel me? And so, that's the package that I have, the very basic package with ads, a bunch of ads on Hulu. And it's weird because Hulu's something I now pay a few dollars a month for to watch ads, but 20 years ago paid nothing for and saw zero ads. So I'm just wondering where technology is taking us and where exactly this paywall leads. And anyways, ESPN Plus, listen, I can't be the only dude. It's almost as if media companies and corporations are actively trying to make it so that you just simply can't watch sports anymore. You feel me? Like, I used to love watching sports. That was probably one of the biggest things that I enjoyed doing, other than watching Shameless hours on end, back to back, before binge watching was a thing, of sitcoms and rom-coms and drama, drama and drama, you feel me? Horror. Like, I love media. I love movies. I love screenplays. I love performing them. I like thespian stuff. I like Broadway stuff, you feel me? So I just like a lot of this stuff. And ESPN Plus, like, when I lived in the dorms, I would wake up on Saturday morning and just spend the entire day watching college football. You feel me? Like, literally the entire day. Just Mary Jane and I. It was a really awesome time in my life. Like, anything's changed other than it's progressively got worse, in that now I can't even enjoy watching ESPN Plus, or watching ESPN, or ESPN Plus as it's now called, and without, like, serious lag. Like it brings me back to like the late 90s when I'm trying to watch a YouTube video and suffering from the buffering. There's people that watch this video that probably don't even know what buffering is. Buffering I guess was like uploading. It was like a wait time that you had to wait so that your videos could buffer. I mean, I never really looked up the word buffer, but I guess just based on how many times I'd seen it back in the late 90s, it was just a word for lag. It was just very laggy and it's very annoying. And no one likes lag, just like so much as no one likes everything shot in 4K, single frame rate. Like it's people sometimes destroy things that were meant for not at all those things that are destroying them. And so like ESPN, you'd think like I mean, I can produce better videos from a broken disconnected phone that's like more holy than the Bible itself, like quite literally, in that it has like holes in it, not just cracks, but it's a very holy phone. You feel me? Not just it's literally, it's a very holy phone. And so I noticed that the other day. I was like, how do you get holes in your phone? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, but there's holes in this phone. Anyways, how do I make better videos that don't lag and are somewhat visible, like to my audience, when like I can't even watch any PGA Tour or any notable Division One game in my region without there being the worst kind of late 90s lag. I just don't understand this. It's 2025. I should be able to stream sports. At the very minimum, again, based on the idea that a dude like me can make better videos of better quality. I'm just saying that that's a problem. It's a huge problem, like these people spend money to make these videos. I mean, they have money. I mean, I have none of these things. It's just, and other creators as well, right? Like seriously, I mean, I'm using myself here as a terrible example, but there are other awesome, really cool content creators right here on YouTube that have better videos than us trying to watch professional sports teams, and these guys are like worth billions of dollars collectively as franchises and players. And I just, ESPN Plus doesn't even know how to sell ads. Like every time I watch a game, instead of there being any type of ad, it's just some weird old school, again, like it's those, that time when major corporations like the boomers, they try to stream broadcast things, and instead of being like constructive in how they can sell that ad space, they don't. And it's just some elevator music jingle type of 45 seconds of looking at their logo. Again, this is 2025. I'm not trying to go back into the late 90s at a time where it took a whole session of cooking before you could log on to your email. You feel me? Which makes me sound really old. But trust me, I used to do speech and debate research on this computer that used dial up and had AOL, and I would literally be able to do that. I would literally be able to try and log into my email and then go out, make something to eat in the living room of my mentor high school's home where I was taught how to be a speech and debate person. And then in that same time, while the food was cooking, I would play with the cat Tigger, and then I would also listen to audio cassettes that were other people giving speeches. Most notably, I listened to hours on hours of Jay Leno because I was obsessed with his monologues and the way that he spoke and so forth. So I'd be able to accomplish all of these things right before I was logged into my email account. So again, it's almost as if it's like going back to that. You feel me? And I think that's kind of weird. I think it's kind of weird that I'm trying to watch a basketball game. I'm trying to watch a college football game. I'm trying to watch any sports game at all whatsoever, and I'm unable to do that. I think that's really weird. Like, do you not want us to watch sports anymore? Because every single time I've tried to actively be a fan of watching sports, since post pandemic, it's been a complete uphill battle that I've obviously lost every single time. And again, to no avail. Like, I don't know how to get around this. I'm not trying to do Fubo. I'm not trying to have 12 service providers giving me subscriptions so that I can watch 4 games that are going to be laggy anyway. Again, it would be different if it was like a normal TV and I can just watch it. That would be different. That's a game changing stream thing that some boomer out there needs to quickly figure out, please. Because I'm not the only one, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm not the only rando that would like to watch sports but is unable to watch sports because it doesn't matter if I try and do it on my own or go out to some random bar and pay money at a place just so that while I'm at that place I'm paying to be at and using all of this time and stuff that I have, it also doesn't work there. That's kind of weird. And I'm just saying that it doesn't address the problem, which is the people that whoever is in charge of broadcasting sports sucks. That's all that I'm saying, right? Whatever group of people, whatever software program, somebody's to blame for the lack of there being a healthy and robust sports entertainment streaming service provider, all of which include ESPN Plus. So shame on you, ESPN Plus. You also canceled ESPN's Around the Horn. Like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, you're throwing away all of the good stuff. You're bringing in stupid new stuff. And Around the Horn was seriously one of the greatest shows of all time. I'm putting it down. I'm making my bet. It really was. It's like saying that Stuart Scott wasn't the greatest ESPN commentator of all time because he was. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott. You feel me? This is somebody who grew up watching ESPN when ESPN was what ESPN always should have been and still needs to become, if at all possible. But we know that's not possible because they're owned by the wonderful people that own Fox, which is Disney. They own everything. I mean, oh God. Anyways, I'm not sure if there's any hope for any of us. I'm just kidding. There's always hope. And I really do appreciate you guys watching my show here on YouTube. It's always, a free show to watch. I think YouTube's a great platform for entertaining all of us at little to no cost. The ads they show here aren't nearly as bad as the ones that they show on paid for service subscription providing streaming services. So I'm also throwing that out there. And I'm not talking any kind of trash about Hulu or Netflix other than that, like, well, Disney, you own Hulu. Please improve the sports because I can't figure out to this day why on earth you would try and charge anyone any kind of money for services that just don't work. You feel me? Like, again, it's different if it works. I deal with the whole elevator music logo of the network watching on my screen kind of a thing because no boomer out there is creative enough to sell ad revenue in real time. I mean, isn't that like what entire careers were made of 40 years ago? Holy macaroni. I'm very disappointed in you boomers. You continue to disappoint me. And I'm just like, okay, maybe one day I won't be disappointed by a boomer. That would be I would be elated if that were to happen, right? Any of my 65 and plus age group out there, you feel me? Just throw me a bone, tell me that life is okay, that you guys are not evil and that you're decent people, you feel me? I'm just playing. Listen, my name is Albert. This was Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you for taking the time out of your night to watch my show. As always, I understand that it's kind of a rocky road here, seeing as though my aspirations for doing nothing, entirely sort of override any kind of foreseeable goal that I may or may not have in any kind of a short or long-term future. I'm just kind of riding the waves of life right now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I do appreciate y'all. Thank you very much, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. All right, bye.